Rivan, do you ever wake up with a long list of things you want to accomplish, but somehow an hour disappears before you've even properly started your day?
Absolutely, Rio. And I think the problem isn't always that we have too much to do. Sometimes we simply begin the morning without a clear direction. We check our phones, answer random messages, scroll through social media, and before we know it, our attention has already been scattered.
That's exactly why I started changing my mornings. I realized that I didn't need a complicated routine. I just needed a few intentional habits that help me feel calm, focused, and prepared.
And today, we're going to talk about our productive morning routine, not as a perfect schedule that everyone has to follow, but as a realistic way to start the day with more energy and purpose.
The first thing I try to do is resist the temptation to grab my phone the moment I wake up. It's incredibly easy to reach for it without even thinking. You check one notification, then another, and suddenly you're absorbing other people's opinions, problems, and information before you've even had a chance to think about your own day.
I completely agree. I've noticed that whatever I consume in the first few minutes of the morning can influence my mood. If I wake up and immediately see stressful news or an argument online, I carry that negativity into my morning. So now I give myself some quiet time before I let the outside world into my head.
Once I'm awake, I try not to stay in bed for too long. There's something psychologically dangerous about repeatedly telling yourself, just 5 more minutes. Sometimes those 5 minutes become 20 or 30, and then you start the day feeling rushed.
Yes, getting out of bed immediately gives you a small psychological victory. It sounds insignificant, but it creates momentum. You're basically telling yourself, I'm awake and I'm in control of my morning. You don't need to jump out of bed like a superhero, but you shouldn't let the bed make your decisions for you.
After getting up, I drink a glass of water. It sounds ridiculously simple, but it's an easy way to start taking care of yourself. After several hours of sleep, your body naturally needs hydration.
And I like that it's such a simple habit because there's no excuse for making it complicated. You don't need expensive supplements or some elaborate morning ritual. Sometimes the healthiest habits are the most ordinary ones. Drink some water, wash your face, open the curtains, and let some natural light into the room.
Then I make my bed. Some people might think that's pointless because you're just going to sleep in it again at night. But I like the feeling of starting the day by completing one small task. It's a tiny reminder that I can create order instead of allowing the morning to become chaotic.
I feel the same way. It isn't really about the bed. It's about creating momentum. When your first task is completed, you're more likely to continue being productive. One small accomplishment can influence the way you approach the next task.
After that, I like to move my body for a while. It doesn't have to be an intense workout. Sometimes I stretch, walk, or do a short exercise routine. The goal isn't to exhaust myself before breakfast. It's simply to wake up my body and become more alert.
That's an important point. People sometimes think exercise only counts if it's extremely difficult. But consistency matters more than intensity. A 20-minute walk every morning may be more sustainable than an exhausting workout that you do once every 2 weeks.
One of my favorite parts of the morning is having a few quiet minutes without any distractions. No music, no social media, no messages. Just a little time to think. I ask myself how I'm feeling and what I actually want to accomplish that day.
I think that's something many people overlook. We're constantly consuming information, but we rarely give ourselves time to process our own thoughts. A quiet morning can help you become more aware of your emotions and priorities. Sometimes you don't need more information. You simply need a little mental space.
After that, I write down the most important things I need to accomplish. I don't create an enormous list of 20 tasks because that usually makes me feel overwhelmed. Instead, I choose 3 priorities, the things that would make the day feel worthwhile if I completed them.
That's a strategy I've started using too. A long to-do list can create the illusion of productivity while making it difficult to focus. When everything is a priority, nothing really is. Choosing 3 important tasks forces you to distinguish between what genuinely matters and what can wait.
If possible, I try to work on my most important task before getting distracted by less important things. That's usually when my mind feels freshest. If I spend my best mental energy answering random messages or scrolling online, I have less attention left for the work that actually matters.
Your attention is a limited resource. You can't give your best concentration to everything. That's why I prefer to protect the first productive part of my morning. Once I've completed something meaningful, I feel much less anxious about the rest of the day.
Then I have breakfast. I don't try to make it complicated. I just want something that gives me enough energy without turning breakfast into a huge production. And whenever possible, I try to eat without staring at my phone.
That's a good habit. Meals can become another opportunity to scroll mindlessly, but they can also be a chance to slow down. Sometimes it's nice to actually taste your food and enjoy a few quiet minutes before the day becomes busy.
Another thing I enjoy doing in the morning is learning something new. Sometimes I read a few pages of a book. Sometimes I listen to an English podcast. Sometimes I learn new vocabulary. It doesn't have to be a huge study session.
And I think that's especially useful for language learners. Even 15 minutes of focused English exposure every morning can make a difference over time. You don't need to memorize hundreds of words in one sitting. Consistent exposure helps your brain gradually become more comfortable with the language.
There's something else I think we need to talk about. Perfectionism. A productive morning doesn't mean everything goes according to plan. Sometimes you wake up late. Sometimes you're exhausted. Sometimes you have an unexpected responsibility.
If your entire routine collapses because you woke up 30 minutes late, the routine wasn't very flexible to begin with. A good routine should support your life, not control it. If you miss one habit, don't abandon the entire day. Adjust and continue.
You know what I've realized? A morning routine isn't really about waking up at 5 in the morning or following some impressive schedule. It's about deciding how you want to enter the day. Do you want to begin distracted, anxious, and reactive? Or do you want to begin calmly and intentionally?
That's exactly it. Your morning doesn't determine your entire day, but it can influence your mindset. When you begin with a sense of direction, you're more likely to make thoughtful decisions later. You're not simply reacting to whatever happens. You're choosing how you want to respond.
Rivan, if someone listening wants to build a productive morning routine tomorrow, what's the first thing you'd recommend?
Keep it simple. Don't create a routine with 15 complicated habits. Start with 3 things. Get up, move your body, and decide your most important task for the day. Once those habits become natural, you can gradually add more.
I completely agree. And don't compare your morning routine with someone else's. Maybe someone wakes up at 5 and runs 5 kilometers, while you need more sleep and prefer a slower morning. That's perfectly fine. Productivity isn't about copying someone else's lifestyle. It's about finding a rhythm that works for you.
And remember, a productive day doesn't necessarily mean doing more. Sometimes productivity means doing fewer things, but doing them with greater focus. It means knowing what deserves your attention and having the discipline to protect it.
So tomorrow morning, before you reach for your phone, take a breath, drink some water, move your body.
Take a moment to think. Choose your priorities and start with one meaningful task. You don't need a perfect morning. You just need an intentional one.
And remember, how you start your morning can influence how you experience your entire day.
Now let's review some useful and slightly advanced vocabulary from today's conversation. Try to create your own sentences with these words. 1. Intentional. done deliberately and with a clear purpose. Example, I try to be intentional about how I spend my mornings. 2. Scattered. Disorganized or spread in different directions. When talking about attention, it means unable to focus. Example, social media can leave your attention scattered. 3. Momentum. The force or progress that makes it easier to continue doing something. Example, completing one small task gives me momentum. 4. Hydration. The process of giving your body enough water. Example, proper hydration is important after waking up. 5. Overwhelmed. Feeling that something is too difficult or too much to handle. Example, a huge to-do list can make you feel overwhelmed. 6. Prioritize. To decide what is most important and should be done first. Example, I prioritize my most important task in the morning. 7. Sustainable. Something that can continue successfully for a long period of time. Example, a sustainable routine is better than an extreme routine. 8. Distraction. Something that takes your attention away from what you're doing. Example, my phone is my biggest morning distraction. 9. Productive. Successfully achieving something useful or important. Example, I had a productive morning. 10. Discipline. The ability to control your actions and continue doing what is necessary. Example, discipline helps you stay consistent even when you aren't motivated.
Let's also review some natural expressions from today's conversation. 1. Get out of bed. To leave your bed after waking up. 2. Start the day on the right foot. To begin the day in a positive or successful way. 3. Get into the rhythm. To gradually become comfortable with a routine. 4. Get your priorities straight. To understand what is most important. 5. Stay on track. To continue following your plan. 6. Clear your head. To relax and organize your thoughts.
Your morning doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to give you direction. So tomorrow, don't try to become a completely different person.
Just make one better choice, then another. And eventually, those small choices become your lifestyle. Thanks for listening. And remember, win the morning and give yourself a better chance of winning the day.